Hi, I'm Steve with Locking Security Mailbox, and today I want to tell you about our high security rural mailbox and also our high security outdoor payment Dropbox. So this model right here, and I'll put some links down below to both the mailbox and the payment Dropbox, and I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. So first off, we'll start off, this is the most heavy duty box made, period. I've been doing this for I think I'm going on 18 years now, 17, 18 years, and I've never seen its equal. So let's talk about the similarities again between the mailbox, which this is actually the mailbox one here, and the outdoor payment Dropbox. So first, the similarities. Both have two sizes. Both the mailbox and the Dropbox have two sizes, and they're the same. So the standard size is 10 by 10 by 21 inches deep. And that's both for the mailbox and for the Dropbox. The large size is 12, and this is actually the large size. The standard size is 10 inch, so it comes to about right here. The large size is 12 by 12 and 23 inches deep. Both of them, whether you do the mailbox or the Dropbox, are made out of 3-gauge steel. So what is 3-gauge steel? The smaller the number, the thicker the steel is. So for example, if you were to go to a big box store and buy a mailbox, if you're lucky, it's maybe 18 gauge. So that's like, it's obviously thicker than paper, but it's pretty thin. I call them tin cans. Then if you buy like one of our standard mailboxes, those are usually made out of 14 gauge. So those will stand up to screwdrivers and bare hands. You can't tear them apart very easily. Then you go up to about 12 gauge. And if you get a 12 gauge box, it's pretty strong. They're pretty strong and pretty stout. Now, that's around a 1/16 of an inch. This is a 1/4 inch. So you're comparing this to about that. Okay, 1/4 inch steel, 3-gauge steel. And that's both for the mailbox and the Dropbox. The access door, and we'll take a look at that. The access door on these is made out of 3/16 steel, and this is reinforced. So it's 3/16 reinforced steel. And so in other words, what they've done is they've put this bar across the bottom here, and that just gives that stability so that if someone tries to bend it by chance, that bar there, because anytime you fold the steel, it makes it stronger from bending. It's really stout. Then of course you can see the reinforcement protection there that helps hold the cam in place. So this is really a well-made, thought out box. Again, 3/16 door, 1/4 inch, which is 7 gauge is the door, and then 1/4 inch body all the way. It's an all-weld design, so it's welded all the way around, and it weighs, this one, which is the large, weighs just about nearly 100 pounds. I think it's like 94 or 96 pounds. So when you go to pick this thing up, you better be ready because it's really, really stout. All of them have multiple lock options. This one is the standard 7-pin tubular cam lock. The next option, so that comes just as its price. Then you choose the next lock, which is the Mededco. It's a little bit more, and that's like a high security lock. They're just a little better made. And then you have the vault. The vault means that not only do you have the cam that locks it, but you also have 2 pins, like a safe. When you close a safe, it has those pins that go in. It has 2 pins that go in and hold the door closed in addition to the cam. So you got the standard 7-pin tubular cam lock, you've got the Mededco lock, or you've got the vault lock. And if you go for the vault lock, it literally turns this thing into a vault. All of them have a rear access option. So what that means is your mail or your payments would drop in the front, but you would go to the back to access it. And that's usually important, like if you want to put it close up to a wall and you just can't get the room to get back, I guess that would be the front access. So sorry, misspoke. But maybe Yeah, maybe if you were on a busy street, that's why probably the most important reason to get a rear access. If you're in a busy street, you don't want to step out on the street, then you would get the rear access. If you were close to a wall, then you would want to get the front access. All of them have this 2-inch continuous welded steel hinge. You can see right there. It's a very, very stout hinge. Both the Mailbox and the payment Dropbox have post options. You can do an in-ground post, which means it literally needs to be cemented into the ground. You have to dig a hole, or a surface mount. And the surface mount basically means the post has a steel plate on the bottom of it, and you would put it on there and you would bolt it to the existing hard surface. All of them have a very durable, high performance powder coat paint. It comes in 2 color choices, black or gray, and then we can customize it, but to customize is an additional fee because with the gun we have to set up and everything and order the paint. And just contact us and we can get you all the different custom paint colors. And there's a number of them. There's options for vinyl numbers or vinyl lettering. So let's say you wanted your street address on there, we can put that. Or if you're using this as a payment Dropbox, we can put the word payments on there. So the vinyl numbers, they're outdoor, so they're designed to be an outdoor, so they're pretty rugged. So those are all the similarities, the same size, the opening, and let me just mention the opening. On the Mailbox, the opening on the 10-inch is 9.5 wide and 1.75 high. And then on the Mailbox for the bigger one, it's 12 by 1.75. So now the difference is, and this is really the only difference, is if you get the payment Dropbox, so you're only using this for payments, the drop opening, the width will be the same, but the height of that drop opening, if you can see there, reduces by 1 inch. So on the payment Dropbox, instead of it being 1.75, it's only going to be 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch. So that means it's going from a Mailbox slot opening about this big to about that big. And the reason for that is, well, 2 reasons. One, for the post office, you're required to have a certain size opening. It's about 2.5. But for the payments, you don't want a big opening. You want that to be smaller so that it's more difficult for someone to get something out of there. So that's why it's only 3/4 of an inch. So if you're using this as a payment Dropbox, and let's say you think you're going to get some 1-inch thick envelopes, then you want to go ahead and order the Mailbox version of this and not the payment version. Neither one of these have outgoing mail compartments. If you need an outgoing mail compartment, we have other models that will work, that are still the real heavy, thick steel, but they're different. So again, all the things are the same between the Mailbox and the payment Dropbox, with the exception of the height of the opening. The Mailbox is 1.75 and the payment is 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch. So again, our high security Mailbox, outdoor secure payment Dropbox, these are it. This is if you are just dealing with vandalism, if you're dealing with theft, if someone hits this with a baseball bat or goes at it with a crowbar, they're going to be there a long time. They hit it with a baseball bat, they're going to go to the hospital. So maybe you live out in the country and you're just tired of people vandalizing your box. I really feel sorry for the kid that hits this thing with a baseball bat, because he's probably going to go to the hospital. So it's really very, very serious. And you tell that when you go to pick it up, it's stout, nearly 100 pounds on the large version. If you're looking for something customized, be sure to give us a call, send us an email. We do custom make mailboxes, payment Dropboxes, through the wall, hang on the wall. We can make just about anything that you need customized. If you have any questions about this particular one, be sure to give us a call, send us an email. I'm more than happy to spend the time necessary on the phone with you to talk about the differences and what you need for your particular situation. I guarantee we've got something that should work. It may not be identical to what you need, but we can find it. And again, if it's not identical to what you need, we can do our best to make it for you. Again, Steve with Locking Security Mailbox. If you have any questions, be sure to give us a call, send us an email. Links below to both the payment Dropbox and the Mailbox. Check us out.